right, we're going to work on taking the plug out. Sometimes it gets stopped up, you get stuff in there. So the first thing you want to do, make your little room under your sink so you can get to it. You want to take this off right here. You want to take this one off. And then you got to screw that off with a wrench. And then your plug should lift straight up. All right. Once you take your pliers and loosen it, your adjustable should screw off. You want to put you some kind of container here, just in case a bunch of water decides to come out with it. It's gonna look like that. May have a bunch of crud and crap. We can clean that up. And it is dripping a little bit. And then at this point, your plug should lift right out. And you can vacuum, rinse, clean. When you get all that done, you're gonna put it back in. So you want your flat side of your stem facing to the back. Then you're gonna put everything back together. You can buy a drain tool. I'm just using a piece of clothes hanger. And you can pull your trash out. Clean it out real good. Remember, you want to put it back together, or at least put this part in it after you clean it up in a different sink and flush it out. You want to put this back in it or put it all back together before you flush it. If not, your water's going to go out in the cabinet underneath. Okay, you can see everything I pulled out with my little homemade tool. We're going to put it all back together. I'll clean this up in a separate sink, put it all back together, and that should take care of your problem. All right, when you get it all cleaned up, it's time to put it back together. Just make sure this piece here is not all broken and scarred up and all, because that does make your water seal. So you want it to be smooth like that. If it's all jagged or broke off or anything, you would want to go to the hardware store and get you a new one. This one seems to be in good shape. When you tighten this down, you don't need it much more than hand tight. You just barely want to put a little bit on it with your wrench when you're done. You don't want to strip it out or anything like that. So your plug goes. So you want to put your stem back in, tighten your nut down. Like I said, you don't want to tighten it much more than hand tight. Just give it a little bit of a turn. Put your rod back on and your clip, and it should work. Last thing you do is fill the sink up with water and then let it run out and check for leaks. And as you can tell, it emptied that quick. You heard all the airflow behind it. That's a real good sign that it's no longer plugged or a problem. She is completely draining and not leaking underneath. I hope this video helps.